I call the next part of the Dinner Special podcast the pressure cooker.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you 7 fast and fun questions that we want to know your answers to. Are you up for it?
Yes. Okay.
Don't worry, there's no pressure whatsoever.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay, number 1. Which food shows or cooking shows do you watch?
Oh, the Great British Bake Off. It's yeah, I just love it.
Great. Number 2. What are some food blogs or websites we have to know about?
Oh, okay. So just going back to a question that you just asked, kitchen basics. I think if you're starting out cooking, you should definitely check out the kitchen. They just have so many great tips on how to improve your cooking, and they're usually just those articles are really short, so you can digest it very easily. Or Serious Eats, they do a lot of sort of cooking tips, um, kind of posts. So I would definitely check out those two websites.
Great. Number 3. Who do you follow on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat that make you happy?
Okay, so the accounts that make me really happy are actually non-food related, if that's okay.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
I like to get visual inspiration from sources outside of food. So there are definitely several Instagram accounts that I can think of. And Instagram's actually my favorite out of all the different social media channels. And I follow one of them is this guy named Sam Larson. He does a lot of sketches and they're absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes he draws really tiny animals that are about the size of a penny, a US penny. And so he like takes a photo of the penny and the drawing just so you know how big it is. It's amazing. Definitely check them out. And I also like to follow sort of DIY bloggers on Instagram too, because they're also colorful. And it makes me really happy when I see color. And I try to incorporate that on my blog too. So I'm trying to think. Oh, Happy Day is a good one. The Crafted Life. They're always very colorful. So those are my favorite. They make me happy.
Perfect. Number 4. What is the most unusual or treasured item you have in your kitchen?
Oh, I would have to say, oh, this is tricky. Um, so this is actually a really cool gadget that I don't really use all the time because it's a seasonal thing. But I have a cherry pitter. Like it's one of
Yep.
those things where you like stick a cherry and then you like clamp it, and oh my gosh, it's so much fun and I love it. And I now bake a lot of cherry things in the summertime because of that thing because I hate pitting cherries with a knife. And then you make such a huge mess. But with the cherry pitter, you just do it inside a bowl or over the sink and you're done. Like oh my gosh, one of the best tools ever invented.
Awesome. Well, I mean, for cherry pitting, actually, I was YouTubing it one summer,
Yeah.
and I found that using a chopstick is really really good
Yes.
too.
Yeah, I've seen a chopstick in like you have an empty wine bottle and you
Yeah,
I've seen someone stick a chopstick in it. Yeah. Does it really work?
it totally works, but
Oh,
I mean,
really?
your hands still get all red and stuff, and
Yeah, yeah.
it's because it sprays everywhere. But
Yeah, yeah.
the chopstick is a good tool for more than just
Oh,
eating with.
fantastic.
Number 5, name one ingredient you used to dislike that you now love.
Oh, mint, fresh mint. I yeah, I think it's because when I was a kid, I ate a lot of mint, artificial mint flavor things like mint chip ice cream or chewing gum. So I had a perception of what mint should taste like. And then when I tried fresh mint for the first time, it was at a Vietnamese restaurant and we had pho. And on the side, they always give you some fresh herbs to put into your soup. And I remember thinking, what the heck is this? It's so disgusting. But over the years, I've started incorporating it into sort of like in water. So I would have like cucumbers, strawberries, and some fresh mint in there. And that's how I reintroduced mint into my palate. And I really like adding it to my cooking now.
Great. Number 6, what are a few cookbooks that make your life better?
Ooh, definitely anything by America's Test Kitchen because there's just a lot of cooking tips. So I have the cooking school book. Sorry, I'm propping my computer on a stack of books. So I'm trying to check it out, but it's actually downstairs. So I flip through it all the time when I have some cooking questions. And one book I really like is Nom Nom Paleo. I don't, uh, I'm not a strict paleo eater, but I think that Michelle Tam has very creative ways of using ingredients to to reduce the amount of sugar intake. So she has this cherry barbecue sauce in there, and so I frequently flip through it all the time to see if, oh, is there another creative way for me to use ingredients that's unexpected, that doesn't require adding sugar or anything like that. And Joy of Cooking, just classic American recipes that I need to flip through. So those are my three.
Great. And finally, the last question, what song or album just makes you want to cook?
Okay, it's just going back to Ratatouille, because I know it's a cooking movie. If I heard the soundtrack, I would totally be all up for cooking. It really sets the mood for it has like a French restaurant vibe to the whole soundtrack. So yeah, I would say that, even though, strange answer, but that's what I would say.
Perfect. Well, congratulations, Lisa. You have officially survived the pressure cooker.
Yes.